Hi there, grade eights. Welcome back from your break. Hopefully you weren't too bored and you were able to find some activities to do. For the next week, what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be doing a review of Chapter 4. So I'm going to spend the first lesson just talking about surface area, and we're going to talk about surface area for all the shapes that we've worked with. And then in the second lesson of the week, we're going to be reviewing area. Volume of all the shapes that we've been working with. And then within that time, or after that time, we will be doing a unit test for Chapter 4. We didn't have a chance to do one before the whole outbreak started, so we'll be doing one here. Okay, so in this example, we're going to start with our right rectangular prism. In this situation, we've got A, B, and C. So we've got three sides, and they all are duplicated. Okay. We have a length of 8, we have a length of 5, and we have a height of 3. So what I need to do is I need to find the area of A, B, and C. So when I'm looking for A, when I'm looking for B, and then when I'm looking for C, I'm going to find the area of each of those. So A is going to be 8 times 3. B is going to be 8 times 5. And C is going to be 5 times 3. Okay. When we have a rectangular prism or something like that, one thing that you want to make sure is you want to make sure that each number is multiplied by the other number at least once. Okay, so here we have 8, 5, and 3, so 8 is multiplied by 5, 5 is multiplied by 3, and 5 is also multiplied by 8. So what we end up getting here is 24, 40, and 15. Okay, there's two ways that I can do this now. I can double each of these numbers, or I can just add them all up and double my sum. Okay, that's what I'm going to do in this situation. So 4 plus 5 is 9. 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 7. Okay, so now I'm going to go 79 times 2. Okay, that gives me 18, 14, so 158 centimeters squared. That's my answer for that one. Okay. Now, when I move on to my triangular prism, okay, in this question over here, okay, I've got, it's not an equilateral triangle where all the sides are the same, all right, so that means I have to be careful. That means I have technically 4 sides. I have an A, B, C, and a D. A, B, C, and D, okay. If I call my triangle A, okay, I can call this face B. I can call my bottom face C, and then my backside face D. Okay, so the backside of that triangle. Okay, I'm going to start with my triangle. My area for triangle, once again, is base times height divided by 2. Okay, so I have to look at where my 90-degree angle is. Once I find my 90-degree angle, it's my 2 lengths that are attached to it. So I have 3 times 4. Okay, so it's going to be 3 times 4 divided by 2, but I have to multiply it by 2 because I have 2 of them. So I'm just going to go base times height. So 3 times 4 equals 12. Okay, and then that's done. Because instead of going divided by 2 times 2, they just cancel each other out. Now, I'm going to go to B. So I have a length of 4 and a base of 7. Okay, so 4 times 7 gives me 28. I'm going to go to C, which is the bottom. So I've got 5 as my one length and 7 as my other one. So 5 times 7 equals 35. And then the last one, I have 3 times 7. Okay, 3 on this length and 7 on the far side. Okay, and that gives me 24. Okay, now I can go and add all these up. Okay, this gives me 19. Carry my 1, 2, 4, 6, and 99 centimeters squared is going to be my answer for that one. All right. Next, we're going to move over to the surface area of this cylinder. Okay, so this one's a little bit more tricky because I have to find the volume, or the area of the top and the bottom circle, and then the circular area around. Okay, so to find the circular area around, I have my height of 10, but I don't know because, just a reminder, the net will look something like this. Okay, so my circumference is actually going to give me my base. Okay, and then I have my height of 10. So how can I find my circumference? I can go 2 times pi times radius. Okay, so 2 times pi times radius, so 2 times 16, oops, no, sorry, 2 times 8 times 3.14, and that's going to give me, so 2 times 3.14 times 8 equals 100.48. That's going to be the length of my my base. Okay, now I can multiply that by 10, so I get 1,000 or 1,004.8. Okay, when I multiply this by 10. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do is I need to figure out the area of both the circles. So area equals pi r squared. All right, so in this situation I have to go 3.14 times 8 times 8, because I have to multiply the radius by itself. And I end up getting 200.96. Now that's the area for one circle. I have to multiply that by 2. Okay, so I end up getting 401.92. Now I add those together. Okay, so I get 1,6.72 centimeters squared. Okay. Hopefully you were able to pause the video and figure out your surface area for each of those. So your homework, because I did assign a bunch of mathletics. Some of you may have done those over the break. But just to make it a little bit more realistic, your goal is to actually find some of these shapes around your house. And I want you to calculate the surface area of those shapes. But I want you to remember what those shapes are. Okay, so I want you to take a picture of the shape, show the math that goes along with it for actually calculating the surface area, and then I want you to take that picture with the shape and the math, and then I want you to post that picture into the Google Classroom assignment that's going to go along with it. Also, make sure that you can complete the Google form, okay, and you should be good to go. All right. The next lesson, like I said, is going to be talking about volume for each of those shapes. All right. Have a great